The man only had $10, but he still ordered the most expensive Wellington steak and a bottle of 2003 Italian wine. After the waiter walked away, he took off his sunglasses and let out a long sigh. Not long after, the first steak was served at the table. The man poked it a few times with his fork, then used his hand to feel the temperature of the meat. He shook his head at the waiter and said, "This steak is cold inside. How is anyone supposed to eat this?" The waiter quickly offered to replace it. In Western restaurants, sending food back is pretty normal, so the head chef wasn't too worried at first. But when the second steak arrived, the man just glanced at it and told the waiter to cook it again. After too many complaints, the chef started to get annoyed and decided to cook the steak himself. The waiter had no choice but to call both the chef and the manager. The man then pointed out several problems with the steak. The chef was offended and wanted to kick him out, but the man said he was also a chef and was willing to teach the head chef if allowed into the kitchen. Surprisingly, the chef agreed. The man entered the kitchen and first checked the cleanliness. Then he walked over to the stove, placed the steak on a pan, and seared the surface. He evenly sprinkled black pepper over it. At the same time, he poked a bunch of small holes in a sheet of pastry dough. He brushed the dough with beaten eggs to make it stick. Then he placed 2 slices of cheese on top and wrapped it around the steak. He added a layer of yellow mustard and used a knife to carve a pattern on the surface. Finally, he put the steak into a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius and baked it for 30 minutes. Then it was time to make the sauce. This was the real challenge because the man had recently lost his sense of taste, so he had to rely on touch to measure the right amount of seasoning. Luckily, his ex-girlfriend had written down every cooking step for him. The man showed off his amazing cooking skills. 2.5 grams of sugar, 5 grams of salt, 5 grams of freshly ground black pepper, and 40 milliliters of red wine. He added butter and sautéed everything for 8 minutes. Finally, the delicious Wellington steak was ready to serve. If you're still reading this, congrats. The full recipe has just been shared. Feel free to try it out. After tasting the dish, the head chef only got angrier.